Hello, my name is Thomas Frankenhoff, and this is my speech on how to free guns. Have you or your children ever been walking down the street and felt unsafe because there's sketchy people around you? Or maybe your children has felt unsafe because they saw somebody with a gun, or maybe they saw a gun just sitting there. In this speech, I will be talking to you about how we can reduce gun control and still increase safety. The first thing we can do is pass gun laws that work. The second thing we can do is teach gun safety to kids. And the third thing we can do is give more people guns. Passing gun laws that work. Research published in JAMA International Medicine shows that stronger gun laws, such as background checks for all gun purchases and restrictions on multiple gun purchases at a time, have brought the homicide rate down. And what they're talking about is you have to have a background check if you're going to buy a gun, and you can only buy so many guns at one time, and that has brought down the homicide rate. Also, a study from the national government titled The Final Report and Findings of Safe School Initiative, Implications for the Prevention of School Attacks in the United States, shows that 68% of school shootings were done with guns that the students had found from their family members or attained from their family members. And family members that may not have given them to them, but they just went to the closet or to the chest that the guns were in and they just grabbed them from there. And this would have you think as though if there was children in the house or if children were ever going to visit, you would have to have all of your guns locked up in a safe with a key or with a lock, like a padlock on it. And that would bring down the homicide rates because then the students would not have so much easy access to guns to be able to do school shootings. Secondly, we could teach gun safety to kids. According to a Yale study, 7,391 kids in 2009 were shot accidentally. That's about one every hour. With proper gun handling techniques taught, these numbers would go down. And so what we could do to our kids is teach them that if they ever find a gun and the parent is not around, just leave the gun alone and go tell an adult. Or if the parent so wishes, they could teach the child how to handle the gun properly, then they will not accidentally shoot themselves. And the parent could teach them not to ever touch the gun when the parent's not around. Kimberly J. Lombard, Trauma Center Injury Prevention Coordinator at Mayo's Clinic campus in Rochester, Minnesota, says in an article that talking to physicians may be tough for parents to do when talking about gun control, but it can be very helpful. The physicians can teach the parents how to teach their kids gun control, how to teach their kids not to mess with guns when the parents aren't around, and all those sorts of things to just keep your kids safer. We could give more people guns. With more people having concealed carry guns, murderers and muggers would have a much harder time with trying to kill people or mug people. If a mugger goes up to an old lady and knows, hey, she's frail and she's old, she's not going to be able to fight back, and look, I'm just going to take her purse and run away with it, it'd be super easy for them. But if they see an old lady and they see that she's got a .45 caliber Glock on her hip, they're not going to try and take their purse away because they don't want to get shot. And if more people were concealed carrying, they'd be more worried about what if that person has a gun and I don't get to see it. And the same goes for murderers. If teachers could conceal carry guns in school without the students knowing which teachers would have guns, it'd be much harder for the students to make a plan to attack the school, and it'd be much easier for the teachers to thwart any attempts of attacks by the students, especially if you're in a rural community like I am, where we don't have any police in our town, and the closest police station is like 30 miles away. We wouldn't have, that's half an hour of just the kids being able to run rampant in the school and shooting everything up. But if we had teachers here, they wouldn't have to get in their patrol car and drive here, and they'd already be here and they'd be armed already. And according to CNN, an article titled, "These Schools Say Arming Teachers Can Be Done Right," a school district in Arkansas has already been arming teachers for 4 years. And they armed 13 teachers, and they spent $68,000 for a 1 year, to train them 1 year, instead of hiring one guard and paying $50,000 every year. And so what they have to do is the teachers have to go through these rigorous training courses, which cost $68,000 for the school year, to the school, which may be a lot, but that's just a one-time deal. And so far they haven't had to retrain these teachers, that has cost them money. They will eventually, with $68,000 for however many years, it is much cheaper than $50,000 for the 1 year for the guard. And the guard is one person instead of having 13 teachers. So, if you want to protect your kids from accidental shootings, muggers, and murderers, I suggest you listen to these. Thank you, goodbye.